Hello, boys and girls. How are you today? I hope today you guys are doing great. Yesterday, boys and girls, do you remember we had our friends Tino and Barbie, and our friend Tino was singing or saying a little song about all the steps that he have to follow to wash his hands. Remember, he was using self-talk to remember all the steps. Do you guys remember what step Tino used to forget? Remember, he said, I used to forget that step. I hear somebody saying it, but remember, boys and girls, before we talk, we have to raise our hand. Okay, let's see. I heard somebody saying he used to forget to wet his hands. But then he said, now I don't forget it anymore because he's using self-talk to help him remember all the steps. Today, boys and girls, I want to show you this picture. This is another story about using self-talk, okay? Let's look about what's going on in this picture, okay? You can tell your mommy and your daddy what is going on. What do you see in this picture? Look, I see some friends are working over here at their table, and I see another friend just sitting over there. Let's find out who is that friend and what is he doing on the rug. Ready? Okay. This friend, boys and girls, his name is Tino. Tino, sorry friends, it's not Tino, it's Danny. Our friend Danny is sitting on the rug. He is trying to remember what to do. What tell us in this picture that Danny is trying to remember something? Let's look at the picture. How do we know that he's trying to remember something? He's kind of biting his fingers, right? Sometimes we do that when we're trying to remember something. Okay, let's find out what did he forget that he's still sitting on the rug when his friends are working. His teacher said to go start the art project, but there was something else he had to do first. Danny forgot to focus his attention. Who do you think, boys and girls, Danny can ask what he's supposed to do? He forgot. Look, he's still sitting and his friends are working already. Who do you think he can ask? Raise your hand. Remember, you raise your hand. Okay, one friend. Okay, one friend said that Danny can ask his teacher. Okay, if you guys thought the same thing, pat your head. Yes, Danny can ask his teacher. Okay, so but who else can he ask in the class? Who do you think he can ask? Do you think Danny can ask one of his friends? Maybe he can ask one of his friends too, right? So if you have the same idea, you were thinking the same, now pat your head with your two hands. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, Danny decided to ask his teacher what to do. He asked the teacher in a respectful voice, please, what do I need to do before I go to start the art project? The teacher says, I'll tell you the directions again. Turn your attendoscope so you can really focus. His teacher said, I'm going to tell you one more time, but this time turn on your attendoscope. Can everybody turn on your attendoscope so we all can hear and remember what the teacher is going to tell Danny? Okay, ready? Attendoscope. So now we're going to focus on the teacher and what she has to do. Okay? So Danny turned on his stethoscope. He looked at the teacher and listens very carefully. The teacher says, first you put on the painting shirt, Then go to start the art project. Next, the teacher says, Danny, repeat or say again what I said to help you remember. Okay, we all gonna pretend, boys and girls, that we are Danny, and we are going to use self-talk to remember what we are supposed to do. Do you guys remember what the teacher said he's supposed to do? Now let's use our self-talk, okay? First, I put on my painting shirt and then I go to start my project. Where does Danny have to go to start his art project? I think he had to go to one of the tables, right? Okay, Danny, oh, I see a shirt over here. I'm sorry, a chair. Maybe Danny have to go to that chair to start his art project. Danny says the directions over and over to himself. He walks to where the painting shirts are kept. Okay, so while he's walking, he's saying, first I have to put on my painting shirt. Next, I go start my art project. Okay, boys and girls, do you remember what Danny was saying before he put on the shirt? What he was saying, guys? You're right. He was repeating what the teacher said, and remember, using self-talk. He was telling himself. He was trying to remember all the steps. If you guys were thinking the same thing, wiggle your fingers. I was thinking the same. Remember, we did it, right? So we use our self-talk. Okay? Focusing attention and using self-talk help us remember directions and steps to do things. And that is the way we learn. Hey, boys and girls, I hope you learned today how to focus your attention and use the self-talk to follow directions. Okay, see you next time, boys and girls. Bye-bye.